Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sai Nair from Kirin Advisors. I welcome you all to the virtual roadshow of Indo Energy Limited. So, to begin with, I would just like to give a short intro about the company. So, Indo Energy Limited is an independent power producer in the renewable energy sector, generating green power through dedicated wind farms and providing end-to-end wind energy solutions. So, from the management side of the company, we have Mr. Bala Venkat Kutti, the promoter. Welcome to the
Are you
virtual roadshow.
testing? There is no voice.
Hello, am I audible? Yeah. So, hello, Venkat sir, am I audible? Okay. So now I would like to, yeah. So now I would like to hand over the floor to Venkat sir so that he can provide us a small journey about his company. Over to you, Venkat sir. Venkat sir, am I audible? Hello.
Hello. You're live. Where is the your voice is not coming? Hmm. In the screen, I'm there.
Hello. Bala sir, am I still not audible?
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. You're audible. Am I audible?
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, Bala sir, you're audible. Am I audible?
Hello.
I'm audible, right? Hello.
Hello. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, dear viewers, due to some technical issues, the management is trying to reconnect again. I kindly request you to wait for some time. Thank you for your patience. Yeah. Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Hello, yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes, please.
So, thank you, viewers, for your patient waiting. So now, yeah, I would like to hand over the floor to uh, Bala sir so that he can give
Join
a
through the
short.
phone.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I
Yes,
would
good
like to
afternoon,
hand over.
everybody. So I am happy to be in front of you today. Yes, I.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and you can just give a short journey about your company.
So is it for me or you are dubbing? Hello.
Hello.
Okay, thank you all. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm audible.
Hello, I am hearing you all. Okay, okay. So good afternoon, everybody. I am
Yeah.
the promoter of Indo Wind Energy. In fact, just to give a brief, we started in 1990. We started our journey in 1990, relatively new to India, looking at green power as a sole purpose of a business to earn and be sustainable itself. And over the years, we have been adding the wind farm slowly in Tamil Nadu, then Karnataka, and we went company. Over the year grown to current level of about 54 megawatt size. We are listed in BSE, NSE, and the journey is in brief is this. We have been profitable since beginning, and we have done achieved many first, like a carbon credit. We were the first company in India which got this carbon credit in the stock exchange. So hope we can continue with this. Hi, Sai, over to.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. I think we can go ahead with the presentation.
Do you want me to explain or is it okay?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I think
Yes,
it's
sir.
for all.
Go ahead. You can run through the PPT. Yeah.
Yes, so this is the business overview which I explained now. We started in almost 29, 30 years now. We have about 129 windmills. The power generating from renewable is the main business. We were selling to electricity boards, now selling to private companies. We have continuously been acquiring projects and consolidated revenue as seen in the presentation. Our operations have been growing. Now almost we reach about 7 crore fat during the first 6 months. And now we are coming with this IPO for adding more solar, enter into solar farm with a 4 megawatt in our existing wind farm site. And basically this is going to help, to do a growth path more stronger and better now. Next. So as you can see, the company's vision is be a clean energy company, company prove that clean nature can also work profitably, and which we have been doing it over the years. Next. As I explained, the phase of renewable industry in India since 1974, 1974, 70 periods, that it was very new. And after that, governments were looking at steps, how can India do all that? And by 1987, the electricity board started looking at, then the Muppandal was found out to be the best wind area in India. Then by 1995, we started this company. Commercial wind power rollout started in a big way in India during this phase, and our company's journey now thereafter moving like this. We have strengthened our O&M team. Then there were beginning period we took loans to add capacities. By the year 22, 23, we almost became like all our loans were getting paid off, and subsequently we have done two rights issues. Both were tremendously well received by the investors. Next, this is our board members. Myself is there as a promoter, then Hari Babu and Mr. Ravindranath, they are whole-time directors. Then Mr. Bhaskar, who is the independent director, he is a retired IT tribunal judge. Mr. Sangeeta Lucky, is with our Rajani Associates partner. And Mr. Syam Sundar is a retired DIG of police. And Mr. Sridhar is from the media industry. So, next, please. I think it's more or less the same thing. We have the journey is highlighted from different divisions, what we are planning to do next. Next. So again, we are talking the same thing. We have the primary business as the power generation through renewable energy sources, windmill. Then we have operations in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. And our revenue is primarily coming from the power generation and selling to electricity boards and the corporate customers. And in future, we are going to add this 4 megawatt solar plant in one of our wind farm site, and we'll be expanding more into renewable, the solar farms wherever we have the windmills in future to strengthen more capacity and more kind of power throughout there. Next, please. So we have about 54 megawatt of installed capacity. We have 129 windmills in different parts of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu about 30.9 megawatt, Karnataka about 23.1 megawatt. Next, please. It talks about our revenue breakup. You can see Tamil Nadu is giving more generation because there is a more capacity, and Karnataka almost like 35%. Next, please. So this is again the same. We have explained wind as waste electricity generation, renewable assets, gives a long-term energy stability and sustainability for every nation now. Every government, the world itself has been talking. Renewable power has to be contributing in a big way, and we have our own O&M turbines, which is for managing all our turbines, which is a very strong strength we have built over the years. And we are planning to expand our renewable capacity by through organic and inorganic options further. Industry as such. Next, please. So this slide talks about the industry. Today, if you see in India, almost like we are at 209 gigawatts of renewable assets have come. Solar has become in a big way with the 97 megawatts. Wind is around 48 megawatt. Thereafter, it is a hydro. So others are playing in a small way. But as such, 209 gigawatt is a big capacity. Next, please. The industry has seen many ways of growth. In the beginning, it was a lot of promotion by government by way of tax benefits, sale tax benefits, and preferred tariffs, etc. But now, if you see recently, we have an open access, private power sale is allowed. There are group captive schemes are available for selling the power, whatever we produce. And carbon mechanism was there in the world over, but even now REC mechanism has been talked about to encourage more about this industry. There is an the Supreme Court order which says the must run status has been given to wind and solar farms. That means sometimes electricity boards stop the wind farms for the sake of when they have a more coal production. But now that cannot happen. Their first preference is always coming to renewable energy. And since there is no coal or oil, it is helping like a government's Atmanirbhar scheme. If you say we are using our own wind and solar power, what is there in our own land. Next, please. So as we can see, the revenue from operations year ended FY24, it was almost 339 crores. In year 24-25, the wind was relatively less, the monsoon, and monsoons generally happen once in 5-6 years. So still we are at about 33 crore level. But if you see the current year, in 6 months itself, our revenue has multiplied almost reached about 30 crore. And EBITDA also you can see from 16 crore now, almost 1573 lakhs is already reached in the first half of the year, and the profit has been growing continuously now. And we hope the future will be still better. Almost in the 6 months, we have achieved 11 crore of profit after tax. Next, please. So this gives the breakup of P&L. If you see the, you know, this question you can take it later. These are along with the documents. Next, please. So these are our balance sheet items. You can see our asset base is almost like 250 crore level. Plans are at a much historic cost level. So if we release them, there could be much bigger value to current market rates. Next, please. So if you see the strength, we are now focused in renewable energy company. We have more than 30 years of experience. We have seen every 7 years there is a business cycle. We used to say we have seen about almost now 4 cycles. We are profitable, and we have financially strong also now. There are no bank debts or anything. So we have big opportunity to utilize them and grow. And opportunity side, we have solar expansion. We are getting into it. The renewable industry is growing in a big way. World over, it is getting supported. Indian government has been supporting, and we have in-house land bank, which where the windmills are sitting, they can also be utilized for adding solar farms or repowering or removing old machines or a small machine and bigger put up a bigger machine. So these are all having an opportunity to increase the revenues more. Weakness, the only thing we could say is the seasonality, but still we have over the 30 years we have seen it how to manage that, by banking the energy some periods and then utilizing them to supply to customer for a security. And grid and transmission line improvements are still required for the kind of growth which is happening in the country in renewable sector. So we hope that will be taken care of by the government. And the only threats are, if at all we say it is about tariff fluctuations, which again, they have stabilized now in the last 1 or 2 years. The regulators have made it like a, annual increase of around 6% rate tariff increases being taken up by the governments now. So there has been seen a steady growth also possible visibility. And the policy shifts are, yes, that sometimes they reduce some tariff concession, tax concession, but now the increase in the tariff itself is become making it, renewable energy viable on its own. So now it has become like a game where we have to do bigger capacities. Next, please. So today now in the rights issue, we are planning to raise about 49.5 crore level, wherein it will be utilized for setting up a 4 megawatt solar farm in a Karnataka site, which is going to help us to increase the income. And there are some promoter loans which we paid earlier to close the bank loans. Now this also getting converted one way because we are only subscribing, and then that reduction in the loans will help for saving interest, which is again going to add to the profits. And general corporate purpose also is basically for, work spending money for future expansion plannings. So all these are going to help company to grow revenue further and increase capacities. Next, please. So this slide gives about the share market data, which we can see there has been actively traded script. It is the first company renewable energy stock which got listed. Next, please. So now this is some of the recent ones. We are taken over Indico Venture with a operating wind farm, which is we are in the process of merging. And All these windmills are generally new ones are nowadays giving 5 to 6.5 year payback periods, and the acquisitions are generally happening. Whenever inorganic acquisition happen, they are 3 to 4, 5 year period of payback happening. So the debt reduction is totally going to help the company. As there is no debt burden, we can probably go for a much bigger debt to leverage the our existing net worth of more than 1,500 crores. It is the most cost efficiency factor also improved for this wind and solar farm nowadays. And so that is up visible from the financial result what we have been taking in the last seeing in the last 1.5 years. So since we are already established relationship with the customer whom we are selling power for the last now to almost 20 years, so their demand is also growing. So that is also giving us the opportunity to set up more projects for wheeling more power to them. So next please. So as you can see, renewable energy has got many pluses now vis-a-vis the conventional sources of energy. We have a track record. We have so many villages in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka working. These assets have been continuously working and achieving a right PLF and machine availability. The expansions are going to always help for more growth, creating capacity. They have a longer life than normally any of the other assets. Almost 25 years now, because we have been maintaining them well, they can work for even 50 years. So these are all going to help in a much bigger way for the investors, shareholders, because the cost of production of the power is on the post debt repayment. Everything become free for the shareholders, which is seen right now from the after the loans are repaid, the profits are going growing. Hope I can take the questions after that. Next, please. So thank you. So I am open for any questions, anything.
Okay. So, dear viewers, the floor is now open for Q&A session. I will request all the viewers to post your questions in the comment box. Okay. So, sir, we have our first question from Mr. Gokul. He's asking, what do you see as Indowind core identity today? An independent power producer, an asset owner, or a platform for renewable aggregation and development?
Okay. Thank you for that. See, beginning period, it was a new concept. So we were an IPP. But now that the company has experience and strength, it will be a platform as we go along. We'll be looking at more and more both organic and inorganic growth for acquiring assets as well as providing O&M as the days goes. Because already there are about such a huge capacity of renewable assets are in India. The experienced people, talent also has become a big challenge. It is industry requires so much of people. So we'll be a platform, a brand which can has a reliability for it to do anything in this renewable energy space.
Thank you for answering that, sir. Next question.
Thanks.
So the next question is from Miss Dhwani Ahuja. She's asking, how does Indovind position itself among independent renewable power producers in India?
Okay, so there are now in the first 5 years or so there were no independent power producer, but of late there have been many companies have come with the bigger capacities. So right now we are relatively MSME size to compare to them. But indirectly, it gives a big opportunity to grow. They've already grown in a bigger way capacities, and so we have a right now to grow in a much bigger way relatively. So we definitely try to catch up the big players.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Miss Arundhati Kapila. She's asking, with 129 operational windmills, what differentiates Indowind asset base from competitors?
Okay, so few things could be we are focused in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka now. Tamil Nadu, there are few players, and only strength is each company has got only a particular make of machines. But now we have all the suppliers' machines with us, which we have been trained our workforce. So it is a kind of platform where it's a neutrality. Any machine can work. All that supplier, whatever, there is no restriction on one particular technology or one particular make machine or one particular capacity. So we have from 225 kilowatt machines to 2.1 megawatt turbines are working today, and we are also looking at 3 megawatt turbines as we go along. So it's a kind of pool place where the credibility, if this performance is correct, then more or less it will be like that only. We cannot, you have a comparative scale now. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Mr. Deepak Kulkarni. He's asking, how has the acquisition of Indo Eco Ventures reshaped the overall corporate and operating structure of the group?
Okay, so right now this is the capacity that came in is only around additional capacity of 3.65 megawatt, which is relatively less, only about 6-7% of our overall asset. So it has kind of given some extra growth in the income. Otherwise, structurally, there is no say. It is not a big difference for that because there are one or two locations have been added.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. Chaitali Dio is asking, business model still concentrated in wind, and how quickly do you expect the portfolio to become wind plus solar?
Okay, as we said, now the rights issue. As of now, it is already. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible. You can go ahead and answer
Okay.
this.
As of now, the rights issue is almost like fully getting subscribed already. We could see that. So the solar farm generally takes about, we have sown it around 6 months time. So we will try to close it much before that, commission it. So it will be only a maximum period of 4 to 6 months.
Okay. Thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Miss Aditi Menon. She's asking, how do you typically structure contracts with corporate buyers in terms of tenure and payment security?
Okay, right now the industry, I think many people are doing it now. Yeah, new contracts are more or less come into a form of like following a group captive scheme where the government guidelines have come where you need to have a out of equity. Some 26% should be held by the consumer group, as well as there are third party sale mechanisms, and directly there are sometimes the customer itself holding it in a SPV structure. So basically there are all, when we do this, it's new ones are around 5-year minimum period, which get renewable in a year type. But for us specifically, now we have been selling for the last 20 years. About 50 corporate customers are already there in our books as a customers. So they are sometimes, yeah, plus or minus 5%, based on their consumption. It keeps getting, allocated power to them. So as such, we don't see any problem of whether it is on paper or not. The power is getting sold now.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Mr. Arjun Verma. He's asking, O&M is a major part of your model. What share of the fleet is fully managed internally versus outsourced?
Except for 1.5 megawatt turbines, uh, which is with Suzlon. Uh, we have been managing all other machines ourselves. And when there is a size required, if it is a new site, if you have less number of machines, then number of machines, then we prefer it to be given to outsource. If there is a minimum size available, then it will be done by ourselves, our own team. It is purely because of the cost benefit analysis. We cannot create almost like 80% is managed by ourselves. But we can manage the other ones also. The team is there. Only thing it will require an extra cost for that. So that this is outsourcing sometimes become more economical.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Mr. Subhodh Joshi. He's asking, wind capacity additions globally are increasing. So, how does Indowind plan to capitalize on India's growing wind solar opportunities?
As I said earlier, the opportunity is is very big, and the like industry is also becoming now more than 30-year old. So there have been a more and more even a replacement opportunities. India has almost net worth of 300 crores. It can leverage its balance sheet as well as go for other capital projects in future. And our focus is maybe in the next 1 year, maybe we'll focus on the debt side now, repaying loans and then adding capacities. So there is an opportunity going ahead in a big way. Our focus is how to increase the income as well as how to increase our profits in the next 2 years, the max to 2 years.
Okay,
And thereafter, we
thank
look
you.
at how to reduce the debt and go. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, next question. The next question is from Miss Nisha Barod. She's asking, what is your assessment of India evolving grid infrastructure and its implication for wind power evacuation?
Okay, now India as a country, every state now they are all managing the grid for last 20 plus years. They have learned their own, experience also. But now there have been a fine tunings are happening. The discoms have come. They have divided
Okay, I think due to connection issues, the management has again disconnected. I request all the viewers to wait for some times until the management joins. Thank you.
hello, hello.
Hello. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, the question is about so grid and infrastructure. So now the government also realized and made that every state has got now 3 or 4 discoms being created. So the whole idea is how to improve the grid availability and distribution network, which is happening now in the country. And more so, now there are power banks like energy storage systems which are coming up. The government also has been pushing, giving extra incentives for making the power also supply uniformly to come into the grid. So these efforts will make it more and more, the system will improve, the distribution grid system, where which will reduce the downtime for these machines.
Okay. Thank you for
Hope that
answering that,
answers.
sir. Yeah. Next question. So the next question is from Mr. Nishant Sharma. He's asking, how does the company aim to strengthen brand positioning in the competitive renewable market?
Fine. Indo Wind in the niche market, wherever we are operating, it has got a strong credibility and as a brand. In way forward after the rights issue, we are planning to earmark more, budgets and efforts for kind of expanding to go with the brand, in Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, maybe there are other options are also under discussion. So as we grow, we will also be you know, making it more and more visible. Put our efforts to make the brand more visible and much more to go for growth.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. Miss Dia Patel is asking, what does your receivable cycle look like for the state utilities versus C&I customers?
Okay, the state utilities are also now the only agency we are selling today is state utilities, Bescom in Karnataka, and they have been paying within 45 days time. But most of the time, there is a scheme where you pay the government, central government scheme is there where you paid 2% into the power itself. So then, as far as the corporate customers are concerned, from the time we bill it by the month end, the entire power receivables gets realized.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. So, Mr. Prem Singhania is asking, what scale of incremental megawatt MW are you targeting in the next 3 years?
Okay, we are um, hoping at least we should double. So we are putting a lot of efforts to that from our current capacity because whatever we have now, the existing location itself, without buying any new lands, with the solar hybrid policy, whatever is announced coming through now, we could easily add a solar farm itself about 30 to 50 megawatt in our existing location itself. So we are looking at adding in, increasing the capacity at least, from a current level to double the size, crossing 100 megawatt in the next 1 or 2 years. And thereafter, we are definitely looking at much bigger way because we have become a very small size comparing to the current size of the industry. So we are looking at much bigger growth as the time goes.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Mr. Rahul Jain. He's asking, what is the expected timeline for commissioning the 4 megawatt solar power plant in Karnataka?
Yes, this we already described also. So we are only in the development stage and it is going to be about 6 months' time. Because the government approval has come. We need to have the other infrastructure, grid, the transmission line work to be completed and the panel delivery and all these works. Maximum 6 months, but we are trying to complete it maybe as early as possible in 3 to 4 months' time also. So we have kept it as a target is about 6 months.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question.
Yeah.
So the next question is from Miss Inaya Shetty. She's asking, how do you elevate the payback period of new brownfield wind assets?
Yes, it again it depends on the location, timing, and the cost. Of creating a particular megawatt wind farm, its efficiency. By and large, generally, 6 to 7 years is what we are looking at payback period. Thereafter, with the 20 to 25 years of rated life, thereafter, it's almost going to be around 3 to 4 years for the interest payments if you have taken a bank loan. So we can assume around 6 to 7 years for a brownfield new project. But in already operating assets, depending on the age of the machines, the condition, it could be 3 to 4 years.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question.
Yeah.
So the next question is from Miss Sadhika Narang. She's asking, ROE and ROCE are currently seem slow. What steps are being taken to enhance return ratios?
As I explained earlier, till 2 year back, there was a huge debt was there, bank debts were there. We were only paying maximum income, whatever we were earning only to the bank. But now you can notice that last 2 years, the ROE has been continuously growing. So in the 6 months, we have reached around almost 0.6553 or 54 EPS. So we are focusing purely now on the increasing the return on equity for the shareholders. And this, whatever currently we are undertaking, the three entire use of this machine money, what is come through a rights issue, He is going for an asset creation, debt closing of the even the remaining debts, promoter group share loan, and also general corporate purpose, which is for preparing for the ground for a more expansion, as we said in the almost to increase the size of the to double the size and all. So buying land, infrastructure, taking an approvals, such things. So all these efforts are going to improve the ROE in a big way. A- Apart from just looking at the what is shown in the ROE, the lands, whatever we have been bought in the past 20 year, 25-year back, if you see their appreciation, if you value the value of these assets to today, they indirectly have a much higher return on, cap equity for the shareholders.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. So the next question is from Mr. Majid. He's asking why the company's cash flow is negative. How is the company looking to improve the working capital?
Okay. Um, Company is actually cash flow positive from the operations. We are earning almost like 30 crore top line, and the transmission and distribution cost is around 9 crore, which is paid to the EB, various level discoms, and the O&M cost is only around 10 crores. We are definitely cash flow positive from the operating side. There were short-term loans and things like this. Probably they've also gone today. So we are actually never been operating with negative cash flow. So I don't know where this question has come from, but it is we are positive operating side. Thereafter it comes notional, some accounting standard adjustments, all that have kind of brought down the below the line. But we will today now in the current year we will be fully totally positive on in all aspects.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. So the next question is from Miss Chaitali Deo. She is asking, are there plans to build a separate O&M service vertical for third-party assets?
Um, yes, we are looking at as the time goes. Many of our customers are also asking why don't they are not happy with the existing Y&M company or some reasons. There are some neighbor machine who are feeling that why don't you take care of our assets Y&M also. We are looking at that as an option. We will take that right decision in future based on the size available. And it requires a different investment as well to have the crane, to have the stock of more stocks for our repairs, etc. Nevertheless, we will look into that option since it is also giving a continuous employment and profit margins.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Mr. Panchal. He's asking, what were the main drivers behind the improvement in H1 FY26 profitability versus FY25?
One is, as I explained, the wind season this year is a normal year. So we have already got some improvement from there. Second is the Indico venture and a few other inorganic assets what we added in the last 1.5 years. That is also helping for this. And third is the accounting standards. 2 year back, the auditors, when the ISI standards have been brought in, they have recalculated the depreciation as a notional non-cash expenditure, which was there below the line. So now they are all streamlined. Now this is improving. Now everything is as per the ISI standards, Indian accounting standards.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Mr. Jatin Garg. He's asking, Indovind Energy has filed an uh, arbitration claim of rupees 9,083 lakhs against Suzlon. Could you update on the current stage, expected timeline, and anticipated recovery?
Okay, so in about 3 year back, of course, originally when we bought the machine from Suzlon, there were some guarantees where they are given to the bankers who funded also. And we all know that Suzlon was into some kind of financially not in a good position till 2 year back. And they were not honoring the commitment. We had an arbitration. We won Then while it was going, then we finally went for a settlement. As per the settlement, they were to deliver some more projects for us to improve profit, further our own capacity, and which was not adhered to. So we had to again keep it as a corporate governance, the arbitration proceedings on. Parallelly, we'll be talking. When this is over, we'll try to resolve that. And they also shown interest in settling and completing the project as early as possible. Now that they are, Sudran is also doing financially very well. I hope this will be resolved.
Thank you for answering that,
So
sir.
that
Next
will also
question.
indirectly, this will also help indirectly increasing the wind capacity as well as, top line and bottom line.
Okay. Next question. The next question is from Mr. Vedant Shetty. He's asking, what is fixed versus variable cost structure and indicate the operating leverage at current revenue levels?
Okay, there are some like EB now that we are selling for power under a private sale. There are some fixed costs being charged by the discoms, and there are some variable costs. So we'll out of that about 9 crores of T and D costs, almost like about 30-35% is kind of a fixed cost for the wind farms to run. And similarly for the salaries and our fixed costs, the variables are only the spares and consumables. So out of about 10 crores of expenditure, it's like about 5 crore is fixed, the remainings are variable. So we could say on a rough basis around 50% is fixed, 50% is variable in goes for the production.
Okay. Thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. So the next question is from Mr. Rohan Jha. He's asking, how do you plan to maintain profitability given the seasonality in wind power generation?
Yes. As I've been explained earlier also, there is two seasons. One is southwest and northeast season. Those two shows more production, but both are working facility. So to keep the one side is the product profitability is, yeah, the purpose of solar farms is only to cater to the issue. To add solar farms to our current level capacity, which will bring out some uniformity even around the year. We are also looking at some other options. Few options came up like in hydro also. So we are looking at options to manage this, and we have been seeing the seasonality factor for the last 3 years. So now is the time where we have more cash in hand in the company, as well as the more support is coming from the investors as well as the bankers. So we will look at much more way for this addressing this issue to improve the income from third and fourth quarters also.
Okay. Thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Mr. Yash Mistry. He's asking, what are the top three strategic priorities for Indovind over the next 2-3 years?
First, first and foremost priority is to improve the ROE. Like we have been asking, the bottom line has been going up in line with our net worth. By improving the efficiency of the existing assets, as well as looking balancing or adding solar farm wherever there is a hybrid possibilities are available. And then third one is going for an expansion wherever we have excess lands. We like to add the new technology machines available, but depending on the grid availability. So we are looking at all these three things, options, as well as inorganic acquisitions and greenfield projects. The first priority is improve the ROE. For that, we improve the efficiency of the existing machines and add more land so that we don't have to buy the land and incur an additional infrastructure cost.
Okay. Thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Miss Rasika. She's asking, how are you thinking about digitalization, for example, remote monitoring, predictive maintenance to drive better fleet performance.
As such, out of this machine portfolio, whatever we have, only 250 small machines have this, not having this latest digitization, whatever, machines and systems. But now almost all the machines have this software which are connected. We are able to get the machine performances. We could some of the machines are remotely run today. Many of the 2 megawatt and 1.5 megawatts, we are able to get them, but we are still looking at more digitization because the world is going to more and more digitization. And we have security camera. Earlier, only there were people manage security were there. Now there are cameras as well there. Even the timings of the load center, even electricity board side, the load centers have been asking, taking the data through the remote itself to balance their own planning of load shedding, distributions of the power, etc. So this been improving. We will, but still there is scope for more automation. So we'll take up as the our journey continues. And
Okay,
it also goes in sync with the government support system. Government backend, they should also have that facility. Like 10 year back, the officer used to come to our wind farm and take readings, like people coming to the home, taking the meter readings. Now that is not there. So now everything is machines are talking to the whatever that main center of the EB, the distribution centers.
okay. Next question. The next question is from Ms. Bharti Agarwal. She's asking which new states or regions are under active evaluation for expansion.
We are b- looking at first is Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, wherever our lands are there, we want to make use of them. Yes, we have some lands in Gujarat as well as we have some relationship in Andhra. So we will look at, and Maharashtra government has given in a big way for a solar scheme now. Almost like lands are also people are have been offering. So we will look at as the time goes, maybe Maharashtra is not operating anywhere. We have office in Bombay, we have our connections in Ahmedabad. So we are looking at adding more states like this, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Andhra
Okay.
as the first step.
Yeah, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. The next question is from Mr. Vedant Shetty. He's asking how debt profile will change post right issues, repayment of promoter loans.
Okay. There will not be any debt loan outstanding or a short term unsecured, any kind of loans outstanding after this. So there will be a savings of almost 2.5 crores of financing cost. And we have a net worth of 300 crore. Already many bankers and investors they are offering us because they are also asking us, why don't you grow? So if we grow, we want to grow like a bigger project, 50 megawatt or 100 megawatt kind of capacities. With our net worth being 300 crore, eligibility is there to borrow up to almost 800, 900 crores. So this first stage will become a debt free with this rights issue. So then that is going to improve the profits further. But to improve further the profit, maybe from doubling our bottom line, we will have to leverage new loans and adding new projects. So our debt equity ratio is almost nothing there today. Maybe maximum will go, if at all we go, when we go for an expansion, we will kind of let us know, that 1:2 or 1:3. That will
Okay.
be purely for improving the profit for the shareholders.
Yeah, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. So the next question is from Miss Bharti Agrawal. She's asking what kind of government support or policy do you still need to move faster on expansion?
As such, every state, whatever the policies are there now, it's itself is now, helping to grow. Last 2 years, you can see there has been a tremendous capacity additions are happening. Yes, the new policy was putting some pressure, which is now anyway gone. There is a visibility of tariff increase in line with the market is now visible. Now the governments have already come out with the schemes like in Maharashtra solar project. They are, either you sell it on your own or the government is willing to give 1 crore per megawatt as a capital subsidy for you to sign a fixed contract for the 25 years. So I think government has done. We said in the scale is important now. Maybe a viability gap funding has been there. Maybe there is a more of capital, like a government side. There is no developmental institution other than IRDA. IRDA also has become now a bigger institution for providing loans. So there is no capital provider because this industry requires a huge capital. Every megawatt almost now wind cost around 8 crore plus GST. Solar costs almost like 5.5 crore level. So this to achieve the target, whatever government has got in gigawatts, only players like bigger player like Reliance, Adani Green, they have the capital power. So maybe to help the medium and the small scale green power companies, there is a green finance corporation with a or a green equity kind of thing we would be requesting the government to come out with. So that will help in a much bigger way. Not only the industry asset creation, there are also many other innovation. Like some of the member asked about the digitization. So we still have a lot of things, ancillary things to grow to become more more innovative and effective efficiency improvements. Even electricity board discom sites. So there are many things that are requiring a huge capital. So probably we would request our expert from government to do more such kind of measures. Like now the energy storage systems have been talked because the government electricity boards are telling you give me power all the time, 24 by 7. Whereas this is a seasonality. So such things, inputs or a mechanism, more capital or a, what happened in the real estate industry, like rates have been followed. Probably we can be a long-term perpetual bond or an equity, such kind of structure probably should be looked at it and approved. Hope.
Okay. Uh, Thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. So the next question is from Miss Chaitanya Deshpande. She's asking, are you actively exploring JVs or strategic partners to speed up capacity addition, and what kind of partners are you looking for?
We have been open, everybody like whoever suppliers, our contractors, our labor, security companies, everybody is like a partner only to us, family. Even the landlord who sold land, we tell them to come and cultivate in the land, excess land. So that partnership is the only way to stay and grow in the industry because many of the assets are in village sites. So we also help them with ancillary works there, supporting the local village students or involving them once in a year for some events, etc. So this partnership has to be there for this industry to work harmoniously and grow. And now for a capacity side, if you look at, we are open for JVs or any new arrangements with the bigger players, manufacturers, or investors or a strategic fund who want to support join hands. We are open for all kind of partnerships now.
Okay. Thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. So the next question is from Mr. Sanjeev. He's asking, based on my 10 years of experience, stocks perform better when companies avoid equity dilution and promoters hold at least 51%. So after the rights issue, the company should avoid an equity dilution.
Okay, it's a point. We were first making it as a bank debt free 2 year back. Now promoters have only we wanted to convert our own loans also into equity. All that is getting over with this. We are almost like we are holding around 47% today. In fact, I am looking at taking more equity in the current rights issue itself. But man, it looks like it's already getting subscribed by the existing shareholders, so we don't know. But I would like to increase my holding to almost 51% level, maybe as the time goes, depending on how much gets allotted to us in this issue. And then, as we said, since we have a 300 crore net worth now, one way of increasing the profitability for the shareholders is to kind of take bankers, for the future expansion. Suppose we are at 50 megawatt, we can easily add 100 megawatt if there is a, you know, since the balance sheet net worth is available for supporting this kind of a debt, which is going to indirectly give us a spread. The projects are generally giving around 14 to 15% IRR, whereas you all know the bank loans are only around 8 to 9% today. So there is a enough room available for making a margin of 5 6% on the leverage by leveraging the net worth to add more profit to the balance sheet shareholders. So we are not going to look at raising a small capital. We will look at not liquidity dilution. Promoter who like to increase the holding also to 51% level, at least to start with.
Okay, thank you for answering that, sir. Next question. Sir, Mr. Gokul says thank you and all the best for your rights issues.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Neeraj also says best wishes for rights issues. Yeah, so I think we
Thank you.
have covered most
Anyway,
of
we
the
could also see
questions.
the yes.
So thank you, Bala sir, and all the best for your
Thank you
rights
so
issues.
much. Thank you. There were some disturbances in between. I'm sorry for that, as I was traveling in network issues. Thank you so much. In fact, I'm very happy I could see now in the screen that the issue is already getting filled up. Thank you so much for all of you. Please uh, be with us for in our growth journey together. Give us advices in whichever form. I have not known you personally to everybody. Please come with an ideas if at all you have anything to which will help the company to grow and for you also somewhere an activity creation along with us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. All the best. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.